Hello everyone and welcome to this slightly bloggy episode about a particular tool that I've used recently in the cleaning of Ruby's carburetor, rather troublesome Weber carburetor, and that is an ultrasonic cleaner, and this being a digital one. And this was kindly sent to me by Rob, who basically has had similar issues with his 1.4 Escort Mark IV, Moo, her name. You would have seen that car in the third Christmas episode, the red Escort, as it was in that video. That car, obviously, at the time of filming, had no carburetor on it because it had been taken away for cleaning. Turns out that the cleaning did work, but it needed to be cleaned a couple of times and then properly tuned up by a specialist. So I'm hoping Ruby's carburetor works in the same way. But anyway, let's have a look at the ultrasonic cleaner and exactly how it works. Now, this is the ultrasonic cleaner in question, as you saw in that video. It is a digital ultrasonic cleaner from Creworks. Now, there's a couple of different brands, but Creworks is the known one that quite a few people have these machines. Now, these ultrasonic cleaners are brilliant for carburetors because there are so many nooks and crannies in carburetors and passageways that you cannot physically clean by just blowing out. You need liquid to go in there and to actually remove any old petrol, dirt particles, you name it, foreign bodies that shouldn't be there. But you can use it for a wide range of things. In fact, I've just put some old sockets into here. Sorry, Rob. I put some old sockets into it to clean up, and it's like they're brand new. All the rust and particles and dirt gone. There are cheaper ways of cleaning things like that, but this will get into the nooks and crannies that you can't do by hand. And I am certainly going to invest in one of these of my own. This is a digital one. I'm probably going to go for a cheaper analog one. This is about £150. This is a 6-litre ultrasonic cleaner. And it has a decent capacity. I'll just lift this lid. It is stainless steel. And the reason it's stainless steel is because this thing has a heating element inside. So you can heat this to a temperature of 80 degrees maximum. If I just switch it on the back side, there we go. I'm not going to turn it up, but I'm just going to, if I keep setting, now you can set the temperature. The actual temperature is 12, but you can set it, I do think it's to about 80 degrees. Yeah. 80 degrees is what you can set the temperature as. It is a heating element, and that's what it is. Now, I can't turn that on because that will turn the heating element completely on. It will just stabilize to the actual degrees, 13, 14 degrees. And this is the pulsar. Now, this is basically a very, very technical device which basically cavitates the water. It cavitates the fluid, I should say, that you put into this parts washer. So basically, you have to use ultrasonic cleaner concentrate. Now, a lot of the time, you only need a tiny amount of this fluid. Literally, I would say mix 20 lots of water to 1 part of this. It's a 20-to-1 ratio. You can go 10-to-1 if you really need some extreme cleaning. I did that with the carburetor initially, and then the second time I put it in, it was 20-to-1. This stuff is the stuff you go for. I think it's about 30 quid, but 5 litres of this stuff will last you a long time, years and years, depending on how much you use it. It will last me years. 5 litres of this will last me a long time, with even some semi-regular usage, really. And this is a piece of equipment that you won't use an awful lot, but you can find uses for it. And no doubt, if you've got this on the side, you will use it, because when you discover how good it is, it's addictive to use. So naturally, you are going to probably use it more than what you imagine in the first place. But you can set the time for how long the pulsing element works. Now, this element, it basically creates sound waves. It's very, very loud, as you may have heard in the video. I'm just going to briefly switch it on. There's no fluid in here, but I'm just going to switch it on for a few seconds. That's the pulsing sound. That's quite noisy. I have to say, it's even noisier than my washing machine in the background. That is why you probably need this to go in a room that you're not going to be in, because you're going to have some rhinitis after this. It will no doubt clean the item you've put in here and give you some added rhinitis just to go on with. So you can set it for any normal amount of time. I will tell you, it takes a while. If you set the temperature quite high, and I did set it to about 70, 80 degrees with that carburetor, because I stripped it down, took all the rubber diaphragms out of it, and put it up to 80 for best benefit. And believe you me, this stainless steel container, because it is stainless steel to contain the heat, it will do what it says. We have a little basket to put all your items in, so please use that. I have been using this, and there's a drain plug, yes, which needs cleaning out. This is the way you drain all the old stuff. So literally get it over obviously a drain or whatever. I wouldn't put it down the sink. I'd put it down the toilet, or I'd just put it down a drain outside. And you just turn the valve to the on position. It's a simple tap valve that you get in normal plumbing applications. So that's all there is to it, and it does such an effective job. Now, I will tell you this, a bit of consumer advice here. So this one is a 30 amp model. The tank size is around 6 litres. Yeah, full tank capacity is 6 litres. Now the heating power is about 200 watts, and the ultrasonic power is 180 watts. So you will want the heating element and the ultrasonic power on at the same time. And I would say you would need to use this for 2 hours. If you set this anything between 60 to 80 degrees, it's going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to temperature. Put some boiling water in there. It will help things get to temperature quicker. Not cold water, boiling water, please. Mix boiling water with that. Put it in there, put your parts in there, and you're ready to go. Close the lid, off you go. Simple as that. But I would say 2 hours. And based on that sort of electricity consumption, depending on what sort of energy tariff you're on, you could be on, I mean, usually electricity 45p, 50p an hour this might run at. So you could use probably around £1 in a 2 hour session. So that is to bear in mind about the electricity consumption. I'm just going to switch it off at the back before it starts heating up. So that is an ultrasonic cleaner, and it will cavitate. The way it works is if you've got, let's say, a carburetor with some gummy fuel around where the jets sit, I can't get that with my hands. So what it has done is removed all traces of that. It looks absolutely amazing on the inside, bone clean. And what it does is it gets rid of these stubborn foreign particles out of whatever you need to clean, whether it's old sockets or a carburetor. And it will basically cavitate using sound waves, which is why it's so noisy. It uses sound waves to cavitate that fluid solution inside. And when I mean cavitate, it bubbles. And I'm not talking about bubbles that you blow. I mean really strong bubbles. These bubbles have a force to them. They will literally shift and push all these foreign items off whatever it's sitting, off the body of whatever it's sitting, and away into the fluid, and it's free. It's been cleaned. And these bubbles are very severe. They will just push. They will just push. And that's how an ultrasonic cleaner works. Very, very effective. And I'm definitely going to be getting my own. I'll definitely have a look for some deals, because I think one of these digital ones is about 140 quid, around that. If you go for the analog version, which hasn't got any of this, it's just dials, I prefer that. Bit more simpler. About £105 on eBay-ish. There is a 6 litre model. I wouldn't go for anything bigger. I wouldn't go for anything smaller. There are 3 litre versions which are much cheaper, but this is based on a 6 litre version. 10 litre versions, you're looking at about £200 for one of these. But really, do you really need one that big? Because for me, this is the perfect size for the average DIYist. You can use it to clean up rusty bolts, little rusty brackets, or that they just need cleaning and degreasing. It is ultimately it can be treated as a parts washer, but it shouldn't be treated like, I really wouldn't want to put like really dirty stuff in, like, I don't know, inlet manifolds. I would probably give it a bit of a clean first with some carb cleaner, contact cleaner. Give it a bit of a general clean over first to get the worst gunk off, and then put it in here, because the truth is, it shouldn't be used as a general degunking machine. It should be used for this kind of stuff where things are not massively gunky, but they do need an extra clean. And that's what I would use this for. Using a parts washer, you know, those open top table parts washers, I don't see any need for them. I think they're rubbish. The pumps fail on them all the time. And you have to use the correct solvent as well. I would use that for really heavy duty, dirty, grimy stuff. I would never, this is too good. This is for precision instruments and precision stuff. So think about it. But you'd never get an inlet manifold into there for a start, unless you order probably a 20-litre industrial version. In that case, you're probably a business. So that concludes this video with this lovely box of tricks. And we'll see if it has any results on Ruby. You may have watched that video, you may not have. But at the time of filming, I have yet to do so. So you guys know before I do when this video comes out. Weird, my continuity is all over the place. Welcome to my channel if you are new. And another tool review. And this one certainly needs to be mentioned. Take care.